Province. Thanks for joining us, Mariska. Now, you mentioned earlier that the situation had quietened down. How was the day generally?
Well, in Cape Town, it's been really calm. We haven't seen any of the scenes that we saw up in Gauteng earlier, except for the students of the University of the Western Cape who they attempted to take their protest onto the road and take it to the Cape Town International Airport. They were actually stopped by police. They did make it some way, and of course, one of the main arteries of the city in that part of the city was closed for several hours as police tried to control the situation. We understand that there was some stun grenades fired, and we also heard from students that some of their fellow students were injured, although we didn't get any reports that any of those injuries were very serious. But they did try, but they were stopped, and around 4:30 this afternoon, traffic could flow freely again.
Now, Mariska, are things going back to the campus calendar since the deal has been reached?
Could you repeat that, please?
Are things going back to the campus calendar now that the deal has been reached?
Well, we've actually heard from the University of Cape Town, the University of the Western Cape, and the University of Stellenbosch that they have postponed all exams for a week because of the protests. It seems like things will return to normal in terms of lecturers interacting with students, preparing them for exams on Monday. But of course, that remains to be seen. But official exams have been postponed by a week.
Mariska, let's shift focus to the students that were arrested earlier this week. Any new information on the charges that they are facing?
Well, at this point now, we understand that the charges just relate to the Illegal Gatherings Act. But all those students, of course, were released. There were 29 of them who were arrested on the day when they broke into Parliament or got onto the premises of Parliament. 29 of them were arrested, and 23 of them were released that same night. And the next morning, 6 others that were held in Bellville were also released.
Now, Mariska, it appears as if the UCT students will not lie down until the scrapping of the outsourced services like catering and campus security is resolved. Is there any update on this?
Yes, indeed. I feel very passionately about that. When we visited UCT this afternoon, we managed to speak to a few students, and they say one of the things they fought for was 0% increase, but they also fought for no fees to be paid to go study at universities and also outsourcing. They say many of the people who work there have been working there for over a decade. And because they are outsourced, they can't receive any benefits from the university, including some of those benefits being that their own children would be able to study at the university for free. So they say outsourcing must come to an end, and they said that they will regroup and gather again and decide what they're going to do going forward. But definitely outsourcing remains one of the main issues that UCT students protested for.
We'll have to leave it there, Mariska. Thank you very much for the update. That was Mariska Botha joining us from Cape Town for an update on the Fees Must Fall protest.